San Diego has quickly become one of the top retirement destinations in the country, but the real draw lies a little bit deeper than the really pretty ocean views and our warm weather. There are reasons more and more retirees are choosing San Diego, and they're not always what you'd expect. My name is Nick, and I'm a local real estate advisor that has helped a ton of retirees from across the country find their perfect fit right here in San Diego. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the real reasons people are retiring in San Diego, some of the hidden advantages, the lifestyle perks, and a few neighborhoods worth considering. Let's get into it. So let's start with one of the biggest lifestyle draws for retirees, which is the ability to stay active outdoors and really energized throughout the year here. I mean, obviously in San Diego, we have some great year-round weather. It is a very mild climate, and we have a very diverse geography as well, which gives you the ability to really have a lot of opportunities for healthy, active living, from scenic hikes to water-based recreation and some very well-structured wellness programs. So staying physically and socially engaged is actually pretty easy here in San Diego if that's what you're really looking for. And the hiking trails seem to be every retiree's dream here because you have so many options no matter where you live here in San Diego County. And whether you want something very easy or you want more of a moderately challenging type of hike, you know, you can go do Cowles Mountain, which is over in San Carlos, where you're going to find some of the best views in San Diego. You can head up to North County San Diego and go to one of the many trail systems in San Marcos. You can go to Double Peak, or you can head over to Torrey Pines and have some beautiful trails right there on the bluffs. So it really gives you the ability to get out there every single day and go do a different hike. Or if you're like me, you can just go walk on the beach. That is always a good time. Now, when it comes to water activities, if you like to just get in the water, maybe you like kayaking or stand-up paddleboarding, well, you can do that anywhere on the coast. You have a couple lagoon options as well. You can go over to the Carlsbad Lagoon. You can also go down to La Jolla if you want to go kayaking. That's going to be one of the best spots to kayak. It's gorgeous down there. Or stand-up paddleboarding as well. If you want some more mellow waters, you can go into any of the bays, Mission Bay, San Diego Bay. This is going to get you out there every single day. There's also a big opportunity for age-inclusive fitness programs all throughout San Diego that are really tailored for people over the age of 50. For instance, if you're down in South Bay, you're going to have the Chula Vista Norman Park Senior Center, which runs Silver Sneakers. They have Tai Chi and Aqua Aerobics. Or if you're up in North County, you have the Encinitas Senior Center, which is going to have yoga and other classes just tailored for older adults. Not to mention, we have YMCAs literally all over the place here in San Diego County, and they have a lot of great options that are really tailored for people over the age of 60. They're going to have Pilates, they're going to have strength classes that are really designed for retirees. So it's not really just about exercise here, it's about just being involved and getting the body going and just having a different mindset as we get older. You're also going to find things like monthly outdoor festivals over there in Oceanside and Escondido, where you're going to have live music, art, and food trucks. It's just great for strolling and meeting people. And there's also a ton of fitness meetups here that are put on by recreation centers. And there's one down in Balboa Park that usually has over 50 people every time they put that on. And for my nature lovers, well, you also have guided hikes where you can get out there. You can go to Mission Trails, you can go to Torrey Pines. And this is great because you're getting kind of knocking out two birds with one stone. You're getting exercise and you're meeting people that are very like-minded and like to be outdoors. And our year-round climate here just really supports that type of lifestyle. I can't tell you how many people we've helped retire here from areas like Florida or Texas, where in the summertime, they tell us how hot it is. They're literally indoors at all time, blasting AC. And when they move here, they are just so thrilled with their new active lifestyle. They're doing it year-round. Doesn't matter if it's winter or summer, they're outdoors doing things. And I think the biggest thing that I've seen is I've talked to a lot of people that have moved here, they got their feet on the ground, and they're like, oh my gosh, Nick, I love this. Especially pickleball. Pickleball has become huge all over San Diego County, specifically North County. If you get up there, you are going to meet people so fast. It's really become very big among a lot of retirees, and it's just a good time. And you're, again, killing two birds with one stone. You're getting a lot of exercise and you're meeting people. Now, San Diego isn't just pretty to look at. It's actually a city where retirees can maintain still a little bit of independence because we do have some reliable transportation. Now, if you do have a car and that's how you plan to get around, great. That's going to be even easier. You're going to have much more accessibility. But when it comes to our public transit, you do have a few accessible options. Everything from hopping on the trolley to accessing age-inclusive ride services or choosing a walkable neighborhood. You have some mobility here and it's pretty manageable. The MTS is going to be a super solid option for retirees who just don't want to do any driving at all. This is going to be your bus and trolley system in more of the central southern parts of San Diego. And a big bonus is if you're over the age of 65. You get a discount. I think it's literally like $1.25 per ride. That's a steal, and you can really utilize this. For instance, if you're down in Mission Valley, you can hop on the green line, which is gonna be for the trolley. That's gonna run through Mission Valley, connecting you through all the shopping centers and medical offices with a ton of ease. And if you're in North County, it's gonna be not the MTS, it's gonna be called the North County Transit District. Very similar. You don't have a trolley system, although you have something called the Sprinter, or if you're on the coast, you have something called the Coaster. That'll actually take you from Oceanside all the way down to downtown San Diego, and you have a bus system as well up there. And you do have some options when it comes to on-demand ride services and some non-profit shuttles as well. There's a big one here in North County called FACT, which offers some very low-cost rides for seniors, and it's really nice, especially for medical appointments. Or in La Mesa, you're gonna have some community-based shuttles as well that run seniors to grocery stores or community centers on set schedules. And if you want walkability, well, there is a good amount of walkability where you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. If you're down in North Park or Little Italy or just downtown San Diego, this is a type of area where you have sidewalks everywhere, crosswalks, cafes, grocery stores, you name it, it's all right outside of your front door. Or if you've got a bigger budget, mostly anything coastal west of Interstate 5 right there is going to be very, very walkable. I find that retirees just love to be able to park the car, get out and run all of their errands, or go meet friends and do all that stuff. So you will have plenty of walkability on these coastal downtown areas as well. Now, obviously each area is gonna have a little bit better access to public transit. I would say if you really are looking for the good access to public transit, more of the central San Diego area is gonna be better, and then some of the coastal area is gonna have better access as well. Now, I did have a client, when you heard me say the green trolley line down in Mission Valley, I had a client that actually bought down in Mission Valley. She moved down there, and guess what? She was actually retiring. She ended up selling her car because she's like, I don't even need my car anymore. She literally hops on the trolley and can do everything. She can go to the mall, she can go to her medical appointments, she can go to a Padres game. She has access to all of that. So that is a huge tip right there. And retirement here in San Diego isn't just about where you live, it's about who you connect with, who you're gonna be spending time with, who are you gonna be meeting. And luckily here, we have a ton of community centers. We're gonna have social clubs and countless volunteer opportunities, which is great because it really helps retirees stay engaged and not feel so isolated. And you have some really great options when it comes to community centers. You have ones like Carlsbad Senior Center, which is very modern and active. You're gonna have art classes, yoga, even travel meetups, and they have an on-site cafe, which is awesome because you can hang out there, connect with people, and just have more of a sense of community. Or I already spoke about the one down in Chula Vista, the Norman Park Center. This is gonna have a line dancing, moving centers, and free health screening. So I think a lot of retirees love this type of stuff because they get to connect and meet with people. You also have a lot of different clubs and groups throughout San Diego, whether you're looking for more of a hobby-based meetup, you wanna go play pickleball, or you're more into art, or maybe you're looking for more of a faith-based gathering. You have a lot of churches that have gatherings or groups weekly, and you also even have things like book clubs. Down in Mission Valley or in Encinitas Library, you also have 55 and better book clubs that meet every single week. So this is actually really cool for retirees because I feel like it really gives people a structure and more of a community feel to their week. And if you're the type of retiree that just loves to stay busy while giving back at the same time, you have so many volunteer opportunities here. Everything from the San Diego Natural History Museum to local food banks, or mentoring kids through programs like Reading Legacies or RSVP of San Diego County. I have a client that currently volunteers right now and tutors part-time at an elementary school in Escondido, and she loves it. She literally says it's one of the best things she does all week. So it's really cool to see that she found some fulfillment like that. Now, for my animal lovers as well, we do have the San Diego Humane Society here, where you have a ton of different branches throughout San Diego, and you have so many really cool options to give back and help these animals, whether it's for wildlife, dog walking, fostering, or even cat socialization. This is gonna be a good time if you're really into that. There literally seems to always be different events happening, everything from dance classes to trivia nights at local breweries, and a ton of weekly farmers markets in just about every single city. I've just found that a lot of retirees that move here and decide to retire here actually say they feel a lot more alive than they did before. Now, let's talk about one of the top concerns retirees have when moving to any new city. It's gonna be safety and peace of mind. And here in San Diego, we rank pretty high for retirees that are seeking that secure and well-managed living. Now, we do have a lower than average crime rate, along with walkable suburban options and excellent emergency response times. So it really supports aging in place right here in San Diego. For example, there's quite a few different neighborhoods that are very popular among retirees for not just its beauty, but having a reputation as being low crime and just being very well maintained. Areas like Rancho Bernardo, San Marcos, Carlsbad, and even La Jolla just seem to have a big draw for people retiring. And a lot of these neighborhoods are going to offer things like neighborhood watch programs, they're going to have gated developments, and just an overall strong sense of community, which I feel like is key, because at night, if you want to go walk your dog, you want to be able to feel safe at night in your community, or if you want to go take a quick drive to the grocery store, you don't want to have to worry about that stuff. A huge highlight is the emergency services. A lot of these neighborhoods and communities here in San Diego are just minutes away from fire stations and major paramedic hubs, especially in areas like Poway, Claremont, and Chula Vista. 911 response times are literally on average under 8 minutes here in San Diego, which is phenomenal. I feel like this is very important, especially when it comes to healthcare. And beyond all the healthcare and hospitals, people have access to a wide range of wellness options as well. Everything from community clinics to seasonal flu shot events at local pharmacies and libraries. And mental health support is definitely growing here, not just all over the US, but in San Diego as well. So this is really cool to see. They're gonna have organizations that are set up for things like grief counseling, therapy groups, and just mindfulness classes that are specifically tailored for older adults. And guys, you should know that it's very common for people to ask me about safety in neighborhoods. It's what I do a lot of the time, is help people weigh different options about safety features in specific neighborhoods. I've lived here my entire life, and I've helped dozens of people retire right here in San Diego County and find the right neighborhood on the first go. So if you guys have any questions, reach out to us. My number is right there down below. I'd love to be your expert, and I'm the guy that picks up my phone or texts you back, so feel free to reach out. So let's say you love the idea of nature, but you just don't want to give up that city access. Well, there's actually a lot of urban wilderness zones right here in San Diego that offer a perfect combination. Places like Lake Murray over in La Mesa or Lake Hodges in Escondido are going to offer some super serene escapes right inside the city. So areas like this help retirees kind of hike, relax, and recharge all in one place without giving up those city needs. And if you're anything like me or any of my other fellow San Diegans, we love our outdoor hiking trails. I already kind of touched base on this a little bit on how they're all over the place, but I want to mention how easy access a lot of these trails are and how a lot of these are very flat. So it's really easy to get out there and just do daily hikes and even do multiple hikes if you're into it. And not to mention, the landscapes over here are absolutely jaw-dropping all over the place. It doesn't matter if you're hiking Bataquitos Lagoon or you're over at the Las Penasquitas Canyon. A lot of these offer a lot of trails, or I should say shaded trails, which is amazing, especially when we get a little bit warmer weather, and just some great scenic views. I recently helped a retiree couple that was moving from the East Coast here to San Diego, and they told me what they wanted. They wanted to be very close to parks. They wanted walkability to parks in the neighborhoods, and they also wanted to have pickleball courts not too far away so they could get out there, stay active, and meet people. And we found the perfect spot for them. It was San Marcos. They felt that they weren't too isolated, but they still had that peace and quiet they were looking for. I feel like retirement should be pretty enriching, especially when it comes to different cultural experiences. And luckily here in San Diego, we have areas like Little Italy, Barrio Logan, Old Town, and even Oceanside that offer daily opportunities to engage in cultural experiences, everything with food to art and music and just heritage overall. And there's always some sort of cultural event going on too. Everything from art walks to music nights to food tastings. Even in Point Loma, there's something called First Fridays in Liberty Station, and it's a monthly arts and cultural night where galleries open late. There's live music, you can grab some wine, and local artists are just there showcasing their work. Or in Oceanside, I always butcher saying this, but you have the Dia de los Muertos Festival, and this is one of the biggest festivals in the entire county. It's super cool. They have altars, they have mariachi performers, Aztec dancers, and art workshops. So it's really cool to see people from literally every background at events like this. Especially if you're a foodie and you just love trying new restaurants or new top chefs who are opening restaurants, or even just going to farmers markets and getting some fresh local produce. There is an endless amount. Even down there in Little Italy, you have that farmers market that's happening every Saturdays. Over 150 vendors down there who offer everything from fresh produce, you have artisanal cheeses, handmade pastas, and some international street food. And that is literally just one of, I'd say, probably 40 weekly farmers markets that happen right here in San Diego County. And I find that a lot of people actually make this part of their weekly routine. They're going to these farmers markets every single week, which is pretty darn fun and exciting. And even stepping away from farmers markets, if you're super into Asian cuisine or Asian foods, you have a really cool spot down called Convoy District down in Kearney Mesa. And you have everything from sushi to Korean barbecue, ramen, dim sum, you name it, you can find it down there. And it is so delicious, and it's all within walking distance. And I've matched a lot of retirees up with neighborhoods that match their cultural experience that they're looking for. Maybe they do want to be close to all these farmers markets, or maybe they want to have a lot of these international cuisines close by. It just depends on what they're looking for, but I feel like it really does help for more meaningful meaningful retirement life. And I did want to share 3 top picks for communities that retirees absolutely love if you are considering moving here. One is going to be Ocean Hills Country Club, which is located in Oceanside. It's pretty coastal for the most part, but this is going to be an amenity-rich 55 and better community, which is great. So if you're looking to meet other active retirees, this is a great community. Not to mention it is gate guarded 24 hours, so it's very secure and it's just a good neighborhood overall. I would say that homes over here are going to start anywhere from $750K going well up to about $1.5 million. Rancho Bernardo is going to be another great pick too. There's actually several 55 communities over in Rancho Bernardo. You have everything from community centers to golf courses and just a very nice outdoor lifestyle where you can find condos or homes as low as $600,000 going up to $1.5 million. Another top pick is Lake San Marcos. This is not a 55 and better community, but it has a great vibe. The temperatures are amazing over here. You're only about 20-25 minutes from the beach. You do have community centers within. You have a couple restaurants as well, 2 golf courses, and everything is walking distance in here, which is amazing. And over here, you can find condos as low as $650,000 going to single family homes going well up to about $2 million. Retiring in San Diego isn't just about perfect weather or ocean views. It's really about figuring out what that lifestyle is you're looking for in your next community for this next chapter of your life. So if you're just unsure of the process or how to start, or just weighing the pros and cons of some of these neighborhoods, or just trying to figure out your budget, that is where I come in. A lot of people feel the exact same way at first, but once we usually have a talk, we can really narrow it down and figure out what area is going to be the best for you and get that on the first go, so you're not just constantly wondering what you could have missed out for. So guys, feel free to reach out, call or text me. I'm the guy that picks up, and I've helped so many people retire here from all over the place: Texas, Florida, New York, Boston, and a lot of other areas in California. So I'd love to give you just real advice and help guide you into this next chapter of your life. And also, I have a video right here that you might find helpful too. See you there.